How to be born. Step 1. Hope for a random quantum fluctuation in the middle of non-existence to begin everything. Everything you know, every concept, everything in existence. Hope for this event to happen to start time. Step 2. If that happens, stars will be formed by the absurd acts of chemicals. When these stars explode, they create rocks. Wait for 8 of these rocks to fly around one of these stars in orbit. Step 3. If that happens, wait for the third planet from the sun to cool down because it currently should be a hellish planet with no atmosphere and nothing but scorching hot everywhere. Step 4. Wait for a smaller rock to hit that rock. Step 5. If that happens, then you must wait for the absurd acts of chemicals to once again do something. What we're waiting for is for chemicals to form primordial soup, a primitive soup where all life forms on Earth originate from. This can take a long time because it's random. Chemicals just have to randomly do the stuff that makes a cell. Step 7. If that happens, then we have a cell. It is no consciousness, but this is still revolutionary. It is the first thing on this entire planet with emergent behavior. It determines where it goes and how it behaves by itself. It determines its own fate. And its only objective in life is to eat food. Step 8. The cell has the ability to replicate itself. The cells that are less good at getting food would be less likely to replicate, and the cells that are better at getting food are more likely to replicate. This process is called evolution, where organisms that are unfit to survive die, and those who are most fit will reproduce and pass on their good traits, which will multiply over time. Through this process, every being on Earth was spawned from one tiny cell. Step 9. Eventually, life should have stuff like eyes, legs, wings, fins, all sort of complex stuff that only exists to make them better at getting food. Through this process of evolution, something called consciousness should emerge. Organisms will become more and more conscious because that helps them get food and survive. Among this life, there will be these animals that are like big lizards. Yeah, they are currently jeopardizing your existence by eating your ancestors, which is why you have to wait for another rock to hit the Earth. Step 10. So now that all those big lizards are gone, mammals can become the dominant class. Among them will be these animals that have big brains and fingers and arms and legs and walk bipedally. Wait for a really long time for these animals to evolve bigger brains. Step 11. After a crap ton of evolution, 99% of your work is done. Humans now have complex societies with schools, jobs, currency, restaurants, stores, and tons of other stuff. Wait for this one human to meet this other human out of 8 billion other humans on the planet. Wait for them to fall in love. Wait for them to conceive. Step 12. You technically exist, but you are not alive yet. You're in a race with millions of other organisms. This is the closest you have ever come to being born. This is the last challenge. If this fails, the process of you being born would take a virtually infinite amount of time to start again. So you better win the race if you don't want to wait a quadrillion eons for another attempt. Congratulations, you've been born. This tutorial is now over. I can't tell you what to do anymore. That is up to you.